You just missed me fighting with Bolt for a while, and then also Canva. I was working on another project. I'm working on a bunch of projects together, and Canva deleted like the videos from the other project that I was going to post, so it hasn't been the best uh, thing for someone who's not feeling very good. Doesn't want to particularly be doing this right now, but you know, sometimes you got to do it. So but yeah, Bolt kept trying to like. That's the one downside of like the AI coding tools. I told it to do one specific thing: use the O1 model for detailed reports, and it tried to use O1 for everything. And I was just like, oh my goodness, this is tough. Okay, so here we are now because guess what? We got to create the schema because right now the positions, and the candidates aren't holding, and we need them to hold. So we got to create the Supabase. We got to integrate Supabase. Create. We are. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over the 6 dimension scores? Each dimension. Each reference. Which is the over score. I don't know if it can do what I just typed in, but essentially we're just trying to help it understand like the variables that we want to capture. And now we wait a little bit. Yep, let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, no, it's $10 a month. All right, I'm gonna pause this real quick. This is the Supabase fun stuff. The part where people get really frustrated. That and Stripe. Okay, back. Had some lunch. So Supabase ended up doing some stuff. Connected. We still haven't really verified that it's connected purely, but we're about to get there because And we haven't seen what it changed yet because, like I said, keep in mind everything. You never know what it changes. That's the main takeaway. You never know what it changes. And so let's go ahead and put in our things. Hopefully these will all persist now. I should probably need more jobs in this. Put them in ops. I mean, as you all might remember, we did a lot of work on making sure that this experience of adding a position was clean, that it was persistent, that it was intuitive. And we're not even like, that's not even the vision quite yet, you know. Had to create a rich text editor so the bold and everything would stick out. All right, cool. Also, you should be able to change the status, not at the bottom, but minor things. All right, those should stay. We haven't deployed it to Netlify yet. We're gonna wait on that for a little bit. Patricia landing gmail.com. Okay, so here's what we need to do to this candidate right now. We need to make sure that their ID, here, how about this? When the user clicks on I love this, by the way. Yeah, that animation needs to be better, but I love that. I love that it says one candidate. I love that it says a department. Like they are cooking. Patricia, can I search in this too? Okay. I'm not gonna go too crazy. When the user clicks on a candidate, again, this is where we start getting into. Now we're kind of cross building a bit, not completely, but we haven't done the score yet. So let's do this one. Let's do this one first. Because I need to see their candidate ID. Because I'm going to have to cross check it with Supabase in a second. Should also see their candidate ID. I'm going to be impressed if that candidate stays there and if the jobs stay there. They're supposed to persist. That was the whole point in doing Supabase, but because I have not set up a user account yet, which will come later, sometimes I don't expect for the application to, because with the user account, when you set up user authentication in Supabase, it means that you can now tie candidates and jobs to a user, and that's a lot easier for it to work together. Versus right now, I'm in a userless environment, user hyphen less environment, and so I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't actually go through with having that persist through when this thing resets in the preview. It could, but you need to kind of understand the limitations of the software that you're dealing with a bit. Sometimes I feel like people they aren't thinking about it. Yeah. All right, so let's do this one more time. I'm gonna move this up here so we know we've already coded that, or allegedly already coded that. Again, we're getting into the stages where we kind of, just like creating Supabase, we need to start. Yeah, you don't need to fetch call history right now. We're still in the we're still trying to figure out like what you changed and what we need you to change. So let's save that. Then put that in marketing. Uh-oh. What just happened? Um, okay. I have a feeling it's trying to, it's doing that. You remember that thing that it said in a couple videos ago? It was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do yeah, you've been saying that you were gonna change this from eval to evaluation. So I'm not surprised you're having this problem. All right, we need to get them. We have to restart that window. Something's happening with the code. I don't know what, but whenever it's in like the wheel of death like that, I just restart it. It's not really worth, because you got to keep track of everything that has changed just now, and it can kind of have a run-on sentence a little bit. Man, I do not. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't feel good. This is gonna be the most low energy vibe coding of all time, I guess, if that's what we want to call this. Um, shoot. Essentially, I went to candidates and saw that it moved something. Um, okay. I wish it wouldn't have to rewrite all this stuff all over again. So we're at what, 330 lines code? Come on, dude. Are you serious right now? This happens all the time. You guys have no idea. Okay, so if you remember, this isn't supposed to be... I mean, maybe it was just being intuitive, but the starting point of adding a candidate should not have been that part. Dude, I'll tell you what. I mentioned this before. This is like the downside. It's like a human engineer would never have made that mistake. Not in a million times. Like, why would you think that I just wanted, what did you say? That just had the calculate average score function. Just a zero sitting in space. Okay. Again, I'm going to assume that you're just being smart. But that modal should have opened when I clicked it. Like, what do you mean, let me add it back? Why was it ever removed? See, this is the part where it gets frustrating. Because, like, I guess if I wasn't on video, it wouldn't be as frustrating, but it is frustrating because I'm on video and I know what I'm talking about, and yet it's acting like it is a reverse. It's acting illogically when it is a computer system of zeros and ones, so it should be extremely logical, and yet it's making calls that I did not ask it to make. And that means that it's changed something else. I just don't know what it is yet. Because if this is all just to add a candidate back, like to add the modal that I already had created in like 3 videos ago, that means that it changed something else. And I just don't know what it is yet. Nope, that's not the modal. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just recode it all over again. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not doing that. Yep, I gotta recode it again. All right. Which is why you write this stuff. Down. So in the context window, which for some reason it skipped, and I don't want it to roll back all the way back here. Just give them the thing. That's also why you keep track of what you coded and what you haven't coded. That is annoying. Okay, I'm gonna pause this and kind of get back to 0, and then we'll go through the schema for what's it called, Supabase, because this is just a waste of time for you all to view this part. I'm just redoing what I already did like 5 videos ago. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so I put the candidate in there, and I realized it didn't have a candidate ID. So we're gonna wrap this up really quick, but I just want to brand strategy. I just want to make sure. What? No. Cool. All right. Yep, got that back. Good night. Sally Landry. S. Landry at Gmail. I'm gonna change this because watch what happens. You can't select. You gotta add another candidate. Silly stuff. All right, so you have our candidate ID. Candidate candidate page. The candidate ID does not have to be shown in the regular page. Only show it when the user clicks on the candidate to reveal more details. It's just a UI preference, but it should be in there. It was perfect the way it was. It looked way too cluttered. Which is kind of a side mission that I was not planning on right now. I did not want to do this right now, to be honest. All right. Cool. We gotta change that to where it's like it requires that to. Okay, hasn't updated yet, so it means it's still going. Yep. Hmm. Okay. So now it should be fine. Oops. Okay, it's in there. That's candidate ID. On the candidates page. Okay, maybe I'm just overreacting. Nope, still see it. Also, it changed. Oh, because I changed the thing. Okay, I changed her email address. Okay, so I'm gonna mix two of them together right now. I'm gonna mix multiple of them together right now because it's all annoying me, and I'm tired of going back and forth with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and say on the candidates page where the candidates are listed in rows, remove the candidate ID from visibility because it's cluttering the UI. Also, what I'm going to change is I want to make sure that here, let's see the project real quick. Yeah, see, it's not keeping the candidates. Oh man, I don't want to. It's just taking so much longer to write this. But yeah, it's not keeping. Okay, let's add that. If there is not a match, then the candidate should be added to the database. Because we should have more than one user. We should have more than one candidate in this database right now. Also, the positions aren't holding to either. It's going to take forever to write that file. Yeah, that's what I thought. Is that it's not persisting because there's not a user attached. So I think I am at the level that I need to deploy it, and I need to establish a user. Once this thing is over, done uploading, updating. And so I'll do that in the next page. I'll do that in the next video. We'll talk about user. We'll establish the users in the next video. Cool. Computer's slow, so I guess you guys got to look at me for a little bit longer till this thing stops.